off to our right, that's the Me-262 starting up. One of the things we do during the air shows is we keep planes going down and getting ready to take off when one lands, so that we can keep going with the show as quickly as possible with very little dead time in the air. So right now we're just waiting for Tom to come back in.
And I know many people that
loop in the avalanche.
Look to the left or to the right. I'm a left-hander. I'm going to do this all day long.
But that's okay. If Teresa says left, you might want to look right, because inbound as the 262 taxis down is Tom Richard in the T6 Texan. Now as Tom reaches the top of this loop, he is going to do what's called a snap roll. See how fast that is? That's not a normal roll on top. That is what we call a snap roll. And he comes back down, right side up.
This T6 Texan was produced by North American, and it was produced in great numbers. All the way back in 1938, they were producing them all through 1946, which was 2 years after the end of World War II. This was the premier advanced trainer on the Allied side, and it served in 50 different countries, all the way up to, believe it or not, 1995.
All the things he flies later on, because it's not just with the airplanes with two wings that he flies. So here he comes by. As he comes down the show line on the taxiway, give him a huge wave. He's waving now, because by the way, he's controlling everything with the rudder pedals with his feet, so he can reach up and wave to you. Give him a wave.
Fantastic gift to give to someone who has everything, or at least has so much laying around the house that they want more, and you don't want any more. So look at this. What do we got here? This is exciting.
Most of us don't realize that there were actually jets towards the end of World War II, and this specific one wasn't on our side. The Me-262 was fast, and again, it was not fighting on the Allied side. It was German-made Messerschmitt, and inbound from the right. Get ready. Get some photos, because this is going to be the one chance you get for the rest of this year to see this airplane fly. It is the Me-262, flown by Mr. Mike Spalding.
As you watch this 262, you're going to see it's probably not quite as maneuverable as
this is the only one currently flying in the world.
In the world, that is correct. I want to go back to the paint scheme, because this 262 is marked to represent White 3. It was flown by Hans Guido Mutka, and he believed that he broke the sound barrier in this aircraft during a vertical dive to protect another 262 from attack on April 9th, 1945. However, this feat has never been confirmed. But that's the way, that is what this paint scheme was done to represent.
And again, you mentioned the paint scheme. A lot of the Warbird owners do go back and find paint schemes that were part of...
Correct, but just for a moment, here he comes from your left in a banana pass or a perfect show pass for all you photographers. Luna, why do we call that a banana pass?
Well, it's shaped like a banana because they start in an arc.
That's right.
And come by and they turn at a certain degree so that...
So this is something you're going to want to see. Get those cameras ready, because here comes Bill with Smoke and Thunder, just starting to give up a little bit of a challenge to that 262.
quickly as he went by, giving us a little bit of heat there. Warm you up for the day. Oh, look, here comes Mike. Oh, the challenge is on. He's wrapping his wings. He's letting him know he is ready to race. And those quick bursts of fire out of that jet, the flame throwing that Bill's doing, he's agreeing to the challenge. Now, it's called Smoke and Thunder for a reason. And you've gotten to witness it right here. Phil Brack, a United States Air Force veteran, now a dragster pilot.
And I just want to tell you a little bit about this engine. It is a 12,000 horsepower turbine engine that comes to life inside that Jetcar. This is going to be one of the most exciting races that you've ever seen. And those mini sonic booms that you're hearing, the clouds of smoke and 30-foot flames are all coming from this Westinghouse J34-48 jet engine that powers the custom
Whale Tilt, the first full air show where they're racing. Now, they're getting set up. So if you are in the back and you want to see this, you need to hurry now, because I see Mike on his way in, and I see the crew chief, Mr. John Kalman, out beside the jet car to give Bill the sign of when to go. Mike is standing up to come in. Now, let's watch. I see Mike off the end of the runway. Do you see him there, Teresa?
Yep, I see him. He's way out there a little bit because they're getting that jet car ready. And now Mike's building up his energy like we talked about.
Now, we don't want a false start by Mike, because that's where it happens. A lot of times these guys in the airplanes, they gun it too fast and they haven't called it. So we're waiting on the call from the crew chief that they are ready to race. Okay, John's off the runway.
We got a race. Here we go.
And they're off. Bill holds back until that last second.
Yep, till that very last second.
So if you were waiting for the car, you were right. It was the car.
It was the car
at that point.
From your right, here comes the 262. Hopefully he's not feeling too bad about that, because he's been beat twice now.
I know. But, you know, we also can't land until the air boss gives him the okay, meaning that the jet...
So it's a nightmare before.
I think it was. And you know what? He's the only performer we have here that doesn't get to take flight. But like you said, in 2005, he retired from the Air Force. He is a pilot, and he's logged more than 2,700 hours flying in the C-130 and the C-141 aircraft as a command flight engineer. But he began his flying career in 1987, where he first earned his pilot license.
He is a man of many talents. He is also the former airshow director for the Oregon International Airshow out in Oregon, near Portland.
Right.
And it's a wonderful show. Again, there are air shows all across the country, and you are so fortunate here in Monroe to have this one right here. This is the Executive Airport. And we do have the N262 coming into land as his competitor, his challenger, comes down the taxiway. So give them both a wave and say thank you for the incredible race they provided today and the incredible show they put on.
And kids, maybe you can get that truck to give you a toot. You know how to do that?
Everybody know how to do the trucker salute? Let's get it. I'm a truck driver's daughter too, so yeah.
Give Bill a wave.
And give John the trucker salute here. Woo-hoo. Thank you, Bill. So Teresa, as John tugs Bill down to the end of the runway, and we have the Jimmy 262 come off, we now have up next an E-51. It's an incredible privately owned collection that is open to the public. And again, from the right,
I was shocked.
so was I.
Because this was a German airplane, a lot of times when it's posted on the internet, people get, they make commentary about the swastika. The Military Aviation Museum's goal is to preserve these planes as they were, and sometimes the paint schemes make us feel uncomfortable, but I like to use it as a lesson and look into history as to how things happen. And so watching this plane fly, this is just another reminder of why we love aviation and why we love the people who take care of these historic engines. Here he is from the left.
Still in the challenge position. We're not set up for the race just yet. This is all about teasing each other about what one can do and what the other can't.
Well, I want to know, by clapping, how many of you think the winner is going to be the Jet Me-262? Clap your hands if you think that one's going to win. If you think that the Jetcar is going to win, I want you to say, woohoo! I don't know, Lunar, it sounds to me like people are betting on that Jetcar. Doug Rosendahl, also known as Rosie, to borrow his plane and bring it here so you have a chance to see a second Mustang.
Again, another pass by the Me-262. You're getting these extra passes because we've got to get that Jetcar off the runway before he can land. And again, it takes some time. They've got to get in place, get right in front of it. Another pass while we wait for that jet truck. So Teresa, we got a few other things we want to keep talking about. We want to have a reminder of put your sunscreen on. And yes, we've got some clouds coming in and out, but the sun is still pretty powerful. Drink lots of fluids, stay hydrated. Not only is smoke oil, regular engine oil, there's all sorts of things that could ignite on our runway out here and on the tarmac, so please be careful. And again, from the left, the Me-262 for the Military Aviation Museum in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
That's another beautiful banana pass for you photographers.